Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. If you're creative, you know the feeling, right? You've just wrapped a perfect shoot, you're on a total creative high, and then bam, the paperwork hits. Today, we're diving into a new solution for that age-old headache, managing model releases.
So, which is it? Are you an artist or are you an administrator? Because let's be real, for photographers and models, it often feels like you have to be both. You're there to create something amazing, but you keep hitting this brick wall of paperwork that's supposed to protect that very art. It's a real tug of war.
And this grind, this paperwork shuffle, it's a huge problem. You know the drill. Trying to keep track of all those paper forms, that little spike of anxiety when you wonder if you've misplaced a consent form, it's just a constant headache. And that's exactly the kind of mess that new digital tools are promising to clean up for good.
Let's just compare the two. The old way is, well, it's a nightmare. It's all paper forms, trying to track everything by hand, and just crossing your fingers that you never have a problem with consent down the line. But the new way, the BentID way, flips the script completely. Everything is digital and secure. But the most important word here is verifiable. That's the real game changer, and we're going to dig into what that actually means.
Okay, photographers, this part's for you. You're the one behind the camera trying to create those killer shots. So how does all this techie stuff actually help you get back to doing what you love?
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Focus on your art, not on administration. That's the core promise here. It's about getting all the boring, time-consuming admin stuff out of your way so you can just stay in that creative zone where the magic happens. And the idea is to make it ridiculously simple. We're talking a 3-step process. You create the form digitally, you send a secure link to the model, and you get back a rock-solid verifiable consent. That's it. 1, 2, 3. No more printers, no more scanners, and definitely no more, hey, did you ever sign that thing text?
So yeah, a smooth workflow is awesome, but what does that really mean for your business? Well, it means you're not just saving time, you're securing your actual work with a bulletproof digital trail. And that verifiable consent, it protects you from any future issues, and it gives third-party platforms, places like BentBox, the confidence they need to license and feature your images. It's security from top to bottom.
So this is way more than just a convenience. This is about professional-grade protection. Think of it like this. Having this kind of secure documentation is the foundation that holds up the value of your content. It's what protects your career in the long run. Okay, but a system like this has to work for everyone. So let's flip the script and look at this from the other side of the camera. For models, this is all about one thing: peace of mind. And this right here is the golden rule. Your privacy and consent are paramount. In today's digital world, that is everything. A secure system has to give you, the model, total clarity and control over how your image is used. Your consent has to be the #1 priority, period. So what does that get you in the real world? Well, it means your release forms are locked down securely, not just sitting in some random folder on a laptop. The whole process is private and discreet. You get a permanent digital copy of every single agreement you sign, and maybe most importantly, it's a clear signal that you're working with a pro who actually takes your rights seriously. And really, the tools a photographer uses tell you a lot. When they use a system that's built for transparency and security, that's a huge green flag. It tells you from the jump that this is someone who respects you as a collaborator. It builds that trust right from the beginning. Which brings us to the bigger picture here. This isn't just about photographers getting what they need and models getting what they need separately. It's about how it all comes together to build a completely new standard of trust in the industry. And it's really cool how it creates this perfect balance. For every benefit the photographer gets, there's a matching one for the model. The photographer's content is protected, the model's rights are protected. The photographer gets workflow efficiency, the model gets guaranteed privacy. Verifiable consent for one is a secure digital record for the other. It's a total win-win built on mutual respect. Okay, we've used this phrase, verifiable consent, a bunch. So let's nail down what it really is. It is not just a digital signature or a checked box. It's the entire system, a secure, digital, and private record that's specifically designed to protect both sides of the agreement at the same time. It's the engine that makes the whole trust thing work. So what's the big takeaway? We're not just looking at another app to download. We're actually seeing the future of consent, a real evolution in how creative people are going to collaborate. And this tool, BentID, is built from the ground up for the way modern creatives work now. It gets that being a pro today isn't just about having talent. It's also about having secure, transparent, and respectful ways of doing business. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about. In an industry that's been totally transformed by technology, what does professionalism even look like anymore? It seems it's no longer just about how good the final photo is. It's about the quality of the entire process, the trust, the security, and the respect you show along the way.